All right, what is up, everybody? I am running solo today for today's vlog, but we've got something a little bit different for you. I'm actually gearing up to go to Colorado and run some of the trails up by the Alpine Loop. That includes Engineer Pass, Cinnamon Pass, Black Bear Pass is up there. I probably won't be doing that this time. Imogene Pass, Yankee Boy Basin, quite a few different places to kind of go adventure up there. So I'm gonna be doing a full overland trip on that. So today I'm gearing up the truck to get set up for this. So today we've got the Overland Vehicle Systems Freedom bed rack. So this is what I'll be putting the tent on, what I'll be putting the awning on, and a few other accessories. So we got the truck over here. It is dirty AF, but we're gonna get going on that today and hopefully get it done so that we can get the tent on there tonight. So like I said on the GoPro, I was by myself. I was solo vlogging it. I didn't do very good. I've kind of lost my touch now that Tyler's been here. So we're just gonna kind of start this over and roll the time lapse that I messed up. So like I said, I've lost my touch. So I'm just gonna leave the video stuff to Tyler. He knows what he's doing. So take you kind of through what we did on this. So this is the Overland Vehicle Systems Freedom Rack. I've got it on here because we've got a rooftop tent that's gonna be going up there, but I do not have the rooftop tent on. We just ran out of time on Saturday. But we did get the awning on as well, which is a 270-degree awning. So this thing is freaking awesome. We'll show you a clip here of it being opened up and being closed. It's super easy to use. So as you can see, the installation, or I guess the setup of this is actually pretty simple. Takes just a couple seconds. This 270-degree awning is massive, absolutely massive. I mean, there's so much coverage on here, it's insane. Like I said before, seeing this thing down in Texas, it was a have to have kind of thing. So this is pretty much all the way set up. There are some poles and everything that you can install right here, kind of on each one of the points. If you want to hold it up, make it a little bit more sturdy. There's tie down points right here to tie down so that we don't have any wind issues. This flap right here, I didn't want to set it up right now because it's not going to be staying up for long. But this goes to the other side. Put this rain flap over the cab. And then, yeah, pretty dang simple. It's easy to set up, easy to put away. You literally just fold it in, roll everything up, put it in its bag and call it good. But I'm super pumped about this. This is probably the most exciting thing I've put on this truck, other than my Twisted Tea can over there. But yeah, super excited for this one. So like I said, we'll kind of roll with it right now. So with that awning on there, I mean, it's massive, it's nice. It's gonna be awesome when we're out there on the trip. So one thing I did wanna show you, so this rack is not meant to be used with a retractable tonneau cover, but the tonneau cover that I have, which is the Retrax XR, Pro XR, it's got the T channel on it so that you can put different components on it. Originally I was gonna go with the Rhino rack crossbar system, but because we were gonna put the tent and I wanted to put the awning, the Rhino racks weren't gonna be tall enough, so that's why we went this route. This rack is actually meant to go on without a tonneau cover. So the feet that are on here are actually reversed from the way that they're supposed to. This little ledge right here is supposed to go on the other side, and that's what clamps it down to the bed rails. We kind of modified it a little bit, had to modify some of the hardware, get our own hardware and everything to use with a T-slot. We ended up using carriage bolts on there, and it worked pretty well, except for I will say I messed up And originally we spaced the bars out too wide for the rooftop tent that we have. And so when I first tightened it down, I impacted it, which was not a great idea with an aluminum cover for the carriage bolts. And you can see I kind of messed the cover up a little bit. So it is what it is. It happens. It's one of those where when you're working on your own stuff and you're modifying stuff, sometimes that happens. And that's a lot of times why we don't modify things on customer vehicles until we do it on our own, so that we know what the issues are. And this one, partially my mess, well, I shouldn't say partially, 100% my mess up for impacting those down. I should have just hand tightened them, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. We're gonna probably have something on this cover all the time, so, but I'm happy with the way the rack turned out. The install was pretty simple. I really did like the install. It's got the crossbars in it and everything, so it's a lot of hardware, just a lot of bits and pieces, but honestly, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's sturdy. Really don't have any issues. The awning running down the road, it's perfect on there. It's nice and solid. The mounts that come with it are huge, thick mounts. Show you these right here. So those guys, which are, I mean, they're just massive. They hold up. I mean, this cover is really not that heavy. It's a two-person job to put it up there, but it's really not that heavy. And so pretty impressed with it, but we'll get the tent on here probably either today or tomorrow. And we'll show you more of what I'm gonna be taking with me and how I'm gonna be setting this rig up to go on my trip to Colorado. So as you can see, everything is on. This thing is ready to go. We finally got all the equipment, all the little stuff patched up, got the new tuner on there, switched from the Super Chips. Oh, you can see it kind of waving. Switched from the Super Chips flash pack to the Bully Dog BDX because of some of the performance parts that are coming down the road here. Need to be able to do a custom tune, which the BDX will allow us to do. So with that, as you can see, the awning is on here. It is not tied down right now, so it might move a little bit in this. But like I said before, absolutely massive under here. And then we got the Bully Dog Skyridge, or not Bully Dog, geez. Body Armor Skyridge rooftop tent. It's a two-person pike, whatever you want to call it. And I'll let Tyler kind of show you the inside of it so you can see about how much room is in there. So this thing is actually pretty big and it's pretty comfortable in there.
You gotta wake me up, Tyler. Oh shit. Oh no. Caught in 4K.
And I guess back to work for him. And so we'll kind of show what else we've got working on here. Mic's all messed up. So this is some of the equipment that I'm going to be taking with me on this trip. So we're planning on being out there for I think about three days, possibly 4. Just kind of depends on really what we get to and what we don't get to. So I'm going to be taking my time. Some of these trails are only like half-day trails, but I definitely want to take my time and see some of the cool features of these places. So we'll just start off right here. So I'm going to be taking the Bulldog winch, 150 PSI compressor. It's portable and everything, so it just hooks right onto your battery there. And then it's got a cord to be able to fill all my tires after I air down on trails. When I get off the trails, I can air back up so that I can drive on the highway. So this here, this is one of those NOCO Boost Plus. This is going to be for if I need to jump my vehicle because I drained the battery. Essentially, I'm going to have this cooler hooked up as well, which we'll get to in a minute. And then I'll have like the cameras charging and the phones charging and everything. So if the battery gets too low, I just want to make sure that I have something just in case of that instance. So that's what this NOCO is for. We do sell those. If you didn't know, we just don't stock them because it's not a very common item, but something that you definitely need if you're going to be going on a long trip like this. Had to buy a handy dandy step ladder because, well, my truck is just high enough that when you're putting everything back together, such as the awning and the tent and all that, I am not tall enough to reach a lot of the points. So had to get the ladder for that. Got the fuel jug. Not that I anticipate having to use it, but I just want to make sure I have it just in case. We got the Overland vehicle systems, recovery ramps. Once again, one of those things that I don't anticipate on using because the trails that I'm going on, since I am going by myself, are not going to be super crazy to where I think we might get in a situation where I need to use it. So those are just going to come with. Got a fancy little hammock right here. Nothing fancy. Bought it from Walmart. And in this heavy worn bag is all my recovery gear, but the big thing that is in here is a bubble rope. And so need this once again just for recovery. I hope I don't have to use it, but I have it in case I do. This goes right along with it. Bulldog receiver shackle mount. This will be used in the instance that I need to be pulled out or need to pull somebody else out on trail. I have another one. I don't know where it's at, so this one's I took off the wall for right now, but I'll find it before the trip, maybe. We've got the rough country air down kit here, and so tie this in to your tires or into the valves, and you just let it air down. You can tighten it, loosen it, however it is. It's got the pressure gauge on it, so I know where I'm at. So that will be a big help come time to air down when I get to the trails. And I think the most important thing for me is probably having the cooler. So I went with the rough country new refrigerator freezer, and it's actually been sitting inside chilling. So it's a cool 32 degrees in here currently. You can see the condensation just rolling right off this lid. But not hooked up right now, but this will probably be in the cab with me. So that way I can easily access it. It's gonna stay nice and cool. Obviously it's automated. It's got all the adjustments on here. I can change the temperature that I want it to be set at. There's a couple different settings on there, nothing major. But I'll probably set this a little above freezing because I don't have anything that I need to keep frozen. Just need to keep most of the stuff refrigerated. So that's what I'm gonna mainly use this for. Got a folding chair. I got a whole tool set that's in the cab of the truck. But other than that, that is pretty much everything that I'm gonna be taking with me. So. And I totally forgot this sick light that I bought, I think from Walmart. But look at this, they remove. It's not great, but at night it's gonna be awesome because I can hang them from here all the way around, so I have light underneath the awning. And then I got a night light. Pretty sweet. So we'll take everything down here. You'll see the time lapse of setting everything back to the way it is when I drive. And then we'll pretty much end out the video right there. So the next time you see this truck all set up, we will be out in Colorado on the Alpine Loop, most likely, somewhere right around there, around the Telluride, Silverton area, Ouray. But yeah, that will be for next video. So make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see that video when it comes up probably next week. And we'll see you then.